day 2 of the Wigwam Jam podcast in Cannes. And there's a few sore heads today, Dino.
Yeah, and a few people missing.
There are a few people missing. Nathan's morphed into Titch over there. He's still here from yesterday. And
what was
trying to
going
keep
find
off
out years?
shot.
That's why I'm still vaguely sober.
Yeah.
But
Someone has to be.
Exactly.
we're joined by the very talented, beautiful Hattie.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
You look really
I'm saying
wasted,
I'm good.
to be honest.
Thank you. I don't know why
Mind you,
I
if
thought that was a
looked like that when I
compliment.
was wasted, I'd be happy, you know. So.
I've never said thank you to you look really wasted before.
So you're not from Cannes? You're not from
No,
the UK either? What's
I'm
it all
not.
about?
I'm from Australia, originally inland in the middle of nowhere. It's a good place. Then moved to Sydney, did a couple years there, trying to do the music thing, and then now I've just recently upgraded to London because there's just a lot more to do. So we'll see. It's very early days. Did a 3-month test run last year. Obviously loved it. Scene's popping, as you guys would know. And so, yeah.
Are In Excess still big over there?
Yeah, definitely.
Still, yeah? I
Yeah.
used to love them when they were out in here. You'll remember that, Titch?
Yes, I remember.
They were great.
Remember
in
them
the
well,
day.
made some fantastic records.
They did, yeah. Before they blew up, they were...
Bangers.
It shows the level of talent there is in Australia.
Yeah.
It's like mining for diamonds.
Yeah, I get the second-hand In Excess talent just by being Australian. That's
We were
is what
very
it is.
lucky to see you perform last night.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
surprise.
a little bit of an impromptu situation, but I was very lucky to get up.
You have quite a delicate aura, but you've got a really strong voice.
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
think
expecting that, to be
I
honest.
love that
Thanks.
delicate aura.
I think it's like it. I always find it translates differently, obviously, to when you have like a full band and you got the stems and the tracks, and then if you're just doing an acoustic thing. So, I'd be keen to see what everyone's kind of thinks of my artist vibe after they've seen me acoustic and then with the band as well, because I definitely give more of the singer-songwritery thing when it's acoustic, but I guess that's just what acoustic music does.
It was very good. It was a good evening, actually.
Yeah, it worked well. It's
A tad warm in there, but it was a good evening.
Yeah, it's a good vibe, definitely.
It seems
Yeah.
strange seeing music people watching live gigs for a change.
We had on...
Paying attention.
what's his name? Navin, is it? Navin?
Nadav.
Nadav. We had Nadav on the podcast yesterday. He was really good.
Yeah, cool.
He's very flamboyant, wasn't he, Dino?
Nathan was a fan of the Prince cover as
He
well.
was, yeah.
Did you
We
guys
actually
catch
saw
him
the
last
sound
night?
Yeah,
check of him
yeah.
as well. And
Yeah.
it was a bit early for that.
Everyone was pleased with the
Right.
quality
Let
last
me have a
night.
few more drinks.
I did say to the guy with him that the way he moves is like me. If I've got sunburn, I'm trying to get my clothes off.
He had the moves. I was like, I need some lessons.
And we also, Etienne's just walked through the door there. He was playing as well last night. He was fantastic as
He
well.
was great last night, and he was really helpful. He got he let Frankie use his computer to put a USB in. Very good man.
We'll be speaking in a minute. He looks like he's halfway to the airport. There he goes. So tell us a bit more about yourself. So you've been in the UK for how long?
This trip, 3 weeks. Oh, I say 3 weeks. I feel like I've been saying 3 weeks for
3 weeks.
I reckon we're over a month now. I don't know what day it is
And how
anymore.
did you manage to get yourself here then, into Cannes?
Well, I in my little 3-month trip last year, I had no idea what I was doing. So
Bloody long way for a dinghy, isn't it?
I know.
Well,
It's a long way to paddle. I kind of, came over by myself and was like, let's just see what this trip is. Don't know if I'm going to be performing, if I'm going to be writing or whatever. It ended up being very writing heavy, but I also obviously caught wind of a few networking events. So I went to those, and that's where I met some of the committee of the MiCannes team. And so, I was working at a PR agency part-time in Sydney to, fund the music, because one day we can phase out the second job, but that's a non-reality at the moment, and it probably will be for a little longer.
it's not a lucrative business, this one, is it, for artists?
No, you gotta really love it. But it's fun. And, well, I can't remember where I was up to. Brain's going.
So then you arrived in Cannes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's how I met the MiCannes team,
Yeah.
and now we're here.
So what kind of music inspires you?
Um,
Because we're going to play
I-
one of your tracks. And
yeah.
I want people to be
It's a
aware of
funny
what's
thing.
coming.
I've had like a few conversations with like this week. Just you always get asked to kind of, what do you sound like? And it's like pop. Okay, Well,
Chris
that's
was hoping
pretty-
you'd be like In Excess tribute act.
Yeah, I'm the female in excess. There you go. No, but you say pop, and that's super broad. And how do you actually tell someone sort of how to describe your sound? So you kind of like just go listen to it. But in terms of my sound, I can hear little bits and pieces, and whether it makes sense to anyone else. But I grew up on a lot of 80s rock, a lot of to be fair, a lot of In Excess, a lot of Bruce Springsteen, Fleetwood Mac, that kind of
Well,
vibe.
you say Fleetwood Mac, because I was thinking Christy McVie.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, back in the earlier 70s.
Yeah,
So-
like I grew up on a lot of that stuff. Mum and Dad aren't musical, but they're like social gremlins and love playing music at all times of the day. So I grew up in a very like home that was always full of music. And then I really got obsessed with kind of Amy Winehouse and Adele kind of solely pop stuff. So that I think that's where some of the sort of guts of my voice comes from, just like growing up loving that stuff. But now in terms of what I'm making, it's got a bit of a blend of that. So it is pop, but there's a bit of Stevie Nicks in there, and then I guess my voice early days was obsessed with singers like Amy Winehouse and Adele.
So I understand Hattie's going to play for us.
Yeah, we're going to record a song on the balcony in a minute.
Cool.
What are you going to play?
And what a view!
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great
it
view.
is.
I don't think I've had a view like that, in a recording before. It's pretty good. I'm not
No,
complaining.
it ain't bad, is it?
Yeah.
We're not here every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much you pay for that?
Yeah. Dino did all that. Thanks. Put us studio
Yeah,
expenses.
expenses, write that off, yeah.
So what are you going to play for us, Hattie?
I'm going to play one of the songs I actually played last night. I've been working on a few songs since I left London. This one I wrote in London. And it is still a little bit in the works, but I've got it's nearly ready to be on the final mixes. So we're going back and forth in terms of that. But it meant a lot to me writing it. It was a cool writing process because usually you go into a session and you churn something out. But this one was second session of the day. I was exhausted, and we got a chord progression and like half a chorus. And usually if that happens the next day, I'm probably not going to revisit it. But I did because I had another session that cancelled. And I was obviously it just worked.
What's it called?
It's called, at the moment, it's called Diagnosis. But I had some feedback from the crowd last night that maybe I should change that. So good thing it's not released yet.
We'll give it a listen and let you know what we think.
Yeah, maybe we could
Diagnosis
pull
for
the
now.
name out of a hat or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
We could just get crazy.
All right, well, thank you for coming, Hattie. We know you've
Thank
got
you
to
for
get
having
on
me.
as well. You've got a bit nice corporate lunch to do as well.
Yeah,
so
got to do the
it
wine
could
and
be
dine.
worse, couldn't it? Yeah. Well, we look forward to the performance. Thank you so much for
Thanks
coming
for
in,
having
Hattie.
me. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
having me.
Understand, it's a diagnosis. Life ain't always fair. It's never fair. Don't pretend that you're gonna save me. I'm beyond repair. So turn around to watch you leave. Don't want open heart surgery. I couldn't let you close enough to care. My writing's on all these walls. Read it so you don't get closer. No medicine could ever make it better. I'll overdose on you but still survive. I'll push it down the corridor. I'll break you out this hospital, so one of us can just get out alive. Am I dead? I know it's terminal, but I still feel nothing. Empty chest, I fill the bullet holes with mortar and cement. I'm a hard bitch. corridor. I'll break you out this hospital, so one of us can just get out alive. No medicine could ever make it better. Yeah, I'll overdose on you, but still survive. I'll push it down the corridor. I'll break you out this hospital, so one of us can just get out alive. So one of us can just get out alive.
Our next guest is Andy Bernstein.
Good
Is that correct?
Absolutely correct, yes.
Welcome to
Thank you very
Cannes.
much.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing really good. Happy to be here. Really interesting event. Covers a lot of ground, lots of different people involved. So it's really interesting bringing different elements together and growing and moving forward. Of course.
So we were just talking over there. So you're a tour manager.
Yeah, I'm
by trade.
picking the right word. I'll say seasoned tour manager of.
There's a fair amount of seseasoning. Around
some.
this
Basically, I got involved with tour managers back in the late '80s. So really, 30, crikey, way over 30 years from when I sort of stumbled into it, and then started to move forward. And then you look back and go, "Whoa, what was that?" Well, okay, that was interesting times. Yep.
So some of the artists that you've
Well, I've had
taken on
a
the road.
real sort of eclectic sort of mix over all my time. I don't diversify with certain artists. It's always very much been is what it is. What crosses your
lands on
desk,
your table.
what comes through. Whether I'm interested in taking that, not taking a job. There's different factors. I've sort of mellowed now over the years as well. I can take things, leave. It just depends. Maybe going back in the day and how I sort of started. It was like wow. Filling in every single gap. When I sort of fell into it. And it's covering every job as well. Back in the early days, I did my time with many bands, covering all sorts of angles, tech in driving, all the usual stuff, which still obviously happens today. There's elements where, people coming through, they've got to get involved. But really, in that time, the journey takes you. Or it took me in a certain way, working with certain artists and bouncing on from one thing to the next. And because he did this, something else came in and they got involved. Then I moved on to that. And it just depends. Any given situation. And if I was trying to fill schedules and... Yeah.
As a tour manager, do you have to do the scheduling?
No,
of the gigs are already
absolutely
there. Right?
Nothing. So in the simple terms, you'd come to me as a manager, or usually it comes in the form of so and so has sort of recommended you, or it could have been from a booking agent, a record label, a management company. And obviously, I'll see what it is. And nowadays it's very simple, right? Just send it through. I just and I'll assess sort of what's going on. So that'll all be in place. I do nothing to do with the bookings, venue shows, nothing. You give me 20 dates, one date. Then
you're the man on the tour with the cricket bat.
It starts from there. Yeah, absolutely. And then you build it around that, depending on the artist's needs and what they want and how they want to get involved. Yeah.
What's the best thing about being a tour manager, and what's the worst?
It
sounds glamorous, right? But
No,
I bet
it's
there's
not.
some,
Everybody, like every aspect of the industry, and particularly how it is now with mental health and how people react and deal with things, it's very obviously very, very different now than back then. I think I've been very, very lucky, and I've had great times. I've had up times, down times. I've had every side of it. It's like, when people ask, who's like the worst artist and the best artist. Well, I've not. I've had great artists that I've worked with, and a lot of the time, you put your neck on the line. Your life is on the line, and it intertwines with your life, your home life, personal life, every angle. So, I can't put my finger on something. Wow, that was a real sort of downtime.
Right, what's the strangest rider you've had to deal with?
Strangest
rider.
Yeah, they're all the classical questions. It's I just put down what I want now, and I'm not bothered about anybody else. So it does depend. It's all those classic stories. Oh, what do they want? Yeah, it can still be wacky. I'm so long in the day.
You don't have to name names.
Going way, but people put so much nonsense on.
So we got another fantastic, talented artist with us today. Now, this is Petch, right? And you're Dave. Okay, so Petch, where are you from and what brings you to Cannes?
I come from Thailand, and I came here because he invited me.
So we believe that you've got some success in Thailand. What competition did you do really well on in Thailand?
You had your Asia's Got Talent.
Asia Got Talent, and I've went to America since I was 8 for the guitar competition. Yeah, and I'm champion.
This is world champion. See, but you should say that.
World champion of what?
Of performing art.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you, Pench?
14.
14, and you're already a world champion of something musical like that. So
It's like between 4 to 8 high level years old.
That's not bad. So here's the curious thing. So tell us what kind of music you play.
Rock, metal.
Rock
punk.
and metal. You don't. You seem so demure for that.
Honestly, should see her, mate, when she
No,
gets on stage.
you're playing tonight, aren't you? We cannot. Well, I cannot wait. I'm a rock man, as you can see from my T-shirt. So rock and metal. It's just, this is truly bizarre, I would say. And so, what got you into rock in the first place? Surely it should all be K-pop, J-pop, and whatever it is in Thailand pop. But so, what got you into? Metal.
Okay, so firstly, my father is the guitarist. He's the
That's your father there, is it? The one on the camera over there?
Yes.
So he's a rock man, is he?
Yeah, he is. And then when I was 5, I started to play guitar because I have problems with my health. So I dropped school for years because teacher let me. And then he started to teach me.
And so that's only a few years ago. So somebody told me when we were getting a glass of water that you're actually very good on the guitar as well.
Oh, thank you.
So what kind of style do you have? Who's your favorite guitar player?
Oh, maybe Yngwie Malmsteen.
So sorry, I didn't catch that.
He's like classical and rock.
So like neo.
Neo metal, specialist stuff. So what are you going to play tonight? Is it your own material, or is it tracks that your favorite tracks? Or
Yeah, my favorite, like Metallica, Joan Jett, some kind of that.
Oh, I look forward. I'm a big Metallica fan.
Are you doing the Motorhead one, or is it AC/DC, Guns N' Roses?
We have AC/DC, Guns N' Roses.
And you've got your own 2 tracks that were written by Colour of Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Your 2 singles that were here to push, which were, what were they called? Hate Mail,
Hate
which
Mail
is Colour of Fire track,
Yes, and Night Wolf.
and 9 Volter, which are brilliant tracks, right? They're absolutely awesome.
Well, so when we were preparing for this Cannes trip, we were at a festival called Focus Wales recently, and we were driving back from there back to our base, and we were listening to all the artists, some of which we've been interviewing today. And as I said to you earlier, we were expecting something quite different.
Yeah.
And we were blown away by your, so we're really, really looking forward to it. I'm a rock man, so I'm really looking forward to it.
You're just going to crack up. This girl is unbelievable. I mean, I've managed loads of bands, promoted hundreds and hundreds of concerts, right? When I saw her, I thought, I've got to manage this lass, right? And then she'd just be playing herself tonight, so she's got the pedals, effects, and whatever. So when she gets into, you're doing Sad But True, yeah?
Good choice.
It's just going to be nuts, like, And are you doing 2 Metallica or just 1?
Yeah, Enter Sandman and Savage.
Oh, Enter Sandman, right. And then her own stuff with Colour of Fire is amazing as well. But it's only 10 songs, but you'll rip it up, won't you? It'll just be superb. I mean, it's going to be such a good night.
I
I can't
know,
wait.
I'm very excited about it. And this is your first time in France?
Yes, in Europe.
First time in Europe. Yeah, so how did this come about then?
Well, basically, she's so good. I wanted things to happen quick. So my friend Ben runs this MiCannes. Is it MiCannes?
MiCannes, yeah.
Right? And he got in touch and said, "Do you think Pet should play?" And I went, "Awesome, fantastic." But she couldn't bring the whole band because there's another 3 girls in the band that are 14, 13 and 15, right?
Hell's bells.
Who are all superb musicians as well. Great drummer, great bass, great keyboard player. So, but Petch could come. So we thought, yeah, we'll bring Petch, bring my PA who looks after her, and the dad. And so we thought, we'll come to Cannes, quick visit here, see how it goes. Go back to Thailand. She's going back to Thailand. Then they fly back into the UK. They're playing Transmit Festival, Bristol Sounds, King Tut's Wawa Hut, Camden Underworld. So they got shows there.
Yeah.
And she was going to go to Australia playing with Blondie, Placebo, whoever else was on it, Deep Purple. The promoter had problems, so half the bill got cut, including Placebo, my band. And she missed out on that. So I wanted to get her across. And here she is. It's great.
Well, this is very exciting. We can't wait for this tonight. Now,
Yeah.
you've bigged this one up, and obviously we're very excited about it.
Well, I can't wait to see you later on at 11 o'clock. And
11 o'clock.
I will probably be... What's the one I always sing along to, which I shouldn't do? Joan Jett, isn't it?
What, I Love Rock and Roll?
No, it's the other one. What is it?
I hate myself for loving you.
Oh,
Okay.
It's ridiculous. I mean, that's going to knock the place out, that one.
It's quite late, 11 o'clock, mind. You know, you've got special permission to be up that late.
Yeah, he allowed.
No,
She had her first... it's weird. First experience, first cup of coffee ever in the world she had here.
Really?
You've never had coffee before, have you?
I don't like this.
No, it's an acquired taste.
So she tried that the other night. Didn't go down too well. But you made short work of that steak last night. You enjoyed that, yeah? Yeah, just as well. Yeah, lovely.
So when we put this podcast out on the internet and all good streaming services, of course,
Yeah.
what track would you like us to play? Is there a track of yours that is on streaming platforms or anything like that you would like us to play?
The new single,
Yeah, nine Volter.
Yeah.
What's it called?
9 Volter.
9 Volter.
Yeah, it's coming out on Fierce Panda. You heard of Fierce Panda?
Yes.
You know them, yeah? Simon Williams and Chris. And it comes out Friday, isn't it? Friday. And available on all streaming platforms. As
9
you said.
Volter.
Yeah, the banger. Absolutely brilliant, right? Excellent.
I'm really excited about this. This is going to be quite something, I think.
Look forward to seeing you.
I'm so happy to be here.
Where can we find more information about you? Do you have a Instagram or website? Or?
Yes, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Petch. Petch.
Just Petch.
Yes.
All right.
My name.
There you go. You heard it here first. There you
Good
go.
luck.
There was a quake and the road cracked. I felt the dark of the day. Split on a ride on an angle. Your blood is all I can taste. Gotta get out one more time. Gotta get out one more time. I've seen the color of fire. I feel the color of fire. There's a fire within me. 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 All that we hear is destruction. All that we feel is decay. You always down at the punchline. The rage is all the same. Gotta get out one more time. Gotta get out one more time. I've seen the color of fire. I feel the color of fire. There's a fire within me. 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 Inside I feel a disaster. I thought it's still big and plan. Boy, I could see it happen. Just wanna feel. Gotta get out one more time. Gotta get out one more time. I've seen the color of fire. I feel the color of fire. There's a fire within me. There's a fire within me.
Back on the sofa, this time joined by the brilliant Jamma. Nice to
Which
see
we
you.
saw last night.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Thanks.
How's it going?
Great, Tar. Yeah,
Good.
buzzing.
So you're not local?
Not to Cam, no.
No.
Unfortunately,
We
not.
have just said you're never leaving. So
I am
we're
never
coming
leaving
later,
over. Yeah.
So tell us a bit about yourself, Jamie, or Gemma Johnson from Derby.
From Derby.
If I get that right, it's probably all completely wrong.
It was good. Yeah, from Derby. I've been writing music for quite a long time, and kind of where I'm at now is I've spent the last kind of 18 months doing a lot of like, let's say, proper gigging, because I spent my first kind of bit of my career building up my social media and YouTube channel. Never really got out and did like the live gigs, so now I'm kind of concentrating on that, and been in the studio a lot. So there's going to be some stuff coming out in the near future, but yeah, it's getting exciting.
So you played last night at Morrison's, headlined the MiCannes Festival, essentially.
I did, yeah.
So for those who didn't see it, what kind of style are you? Techno, EBM?
Yeah, man, honestly, just like metal. Yeah, no. So last night it was very much acoustic, so kind of very much focused on the songs, which I really love as an artist. Like when I first started, I was learning covers, so my judgment of a good song is if you can play it on guitar or piano and sing, then
it's like the campfire test.
Yeah, campfire test.
Well
that's
said.
brilliant. Like then you know it's a
The
good song.
technical term.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I started writing. Anyway, it was just piano or guitar and vocal. But now, the new stuff that is coming, we're kind of calling it Mardy Pop.
Mardy
So
Pop.
yeah,
I like that. Yeah.
it's cool, isn't it? Like, because
As in Mardi Gras, or I'm not sure what that means.
Mardi Gras.
just a bit like, oh no, like
Or
not
Mardi.
not grumpy, but do you know?
Oh,
just
Yeah,
a bit
so
like,
it is Mardi Gras. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
bit
Mardi Gras pop.
Bit of action. Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
Um,
Mardi Pop. Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
Good,
It's
good.
cool.
So you're going into? Have you started recording the new material, or you're going into the studio?
Yeah,
soon?
basically, like there are a few tracks that are being finished up, but I'm wanting to do a bigger body of work this time, and I want it all mostly ready because when I start releasing, I'm going for it. So I want to kind of get it all, kind of get the concept and everything all sorted before I do. But yeah, the last 12 months I have literally experimented with all sorts of different styles and sounds, and just really like making sure like this represents me now as an artist. I think because when I started it was just acoustic guitar and vocals, it's like, well, you can kind of take it anywhere, and I'm a bit like I'm very I don't know how ADHD I am, but I am very ADHD. And so my brain's like, oh, we could do this. Oh, we could go there. Oh, and so, yeah, it's been just a fun year of being like, right, let's kind of center now on like what
So
is
2024 is a big year for Jamma Johnson.
me. It's going to be.
And last night you even sang a song in French.
Oui.
How was that?
I mean,
I don't speak it, so I can't
to do
tell you
a
how
whole
good it
song
was.
in French is no mean feat, right?
This is what I'm going to concentrate on. That there was there were some French I say French speaking people. There were
Just a couple.
I asked them afterwards, what did you think? I think they understood some of it.
Good.
Maybe the first line.
But to do it in French, I mean, yeah, that's a brilliant thing to do.
I think
so.
the effort, sometimes the effort is enough, right?
Exactly, and I think what the French are like. That would be really appreciated, I think, as well. Do you know what I mean? To do it.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah.
Yeah, and I always,
impressive
whenever I come to different countries, I do try and speak a bit of the lingua.
Lingua.
Yeah.
The lingua.
You might want to learn English first.
I can't even. Yeah. To be fair, I make my own language
joking,
up.
yeah.
I do.
Right, lingua. I like that.
Lingua.
So yeah, great. So who's your inspirations? Who turns you on, so to speak?
Quite a variety of people. So when I was very little, Metallica was kind of
Good choice.
yeah. And I wouldn't even say. I mean, it wasn't my parents' great choice. Like I loved it. There was a bit of Metallica last night. Actually.
Yeah,
I was
what
like,
did you think of that from Petch
That's
last
cool,
night?
man. I was a bit jealous actually. Like
She's got a future ahead of her, hasn't she?
Yeah, she was shredding. That was mad. Yeah, I know.
But it was the
really.
choice of songs as well that surprised me.
Yeah.
14-year-old girl singing Metallica is not from Thailand as well.
Major respect. I was
Fair
like,
play.
you are cool, man. So yeah, like started off bit of metal, and then is Metallica metal or is it more rock?
That's metal.
Is it?
Definitely.
Yeah. And then I went all the way to Damien Rice.
Oh right, the other end of the
Other
spectrum.
end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just getting really sad in my feelings, you know.
Yeah.
And then I hate saying this because I get the people are like, oh, you don't like Taylor Swift, but I thank you.
That's a compliment there, isn't it? Fair play,
Well, it is, isn't it? I've got to take it. But that was one of my influences, which I actually was probably quite cool in the day, but I don't think it's very cool anymore because everyone loves her. But
I don't.
No, neither do I.
Cool.
But we recognise that she's got something. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Just hope it ain't catch.
Oh,
I'm here all day. So what you got coming up then? You said big year this year. So what next gigs?
I got some festivals. So I'm playing at Why Not in Derbyshire and Tramlines in Sheffield, and then there are many others that I can't quite remember right now. But quite a few local ones.
Any down south? All in the Midlands.
I think they're all kind of Midlands this year. I'm trying to get in at Glastonbury. they don't. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
But
should be the Gemma Johnson stage,
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
Well, hopefully next year we'll be.
We'll go as a Taylor Swift impersonator.
We were a little late for Glastonbury this year, but we did have preliminary discussions around them booking Jamma Wigwam artists for the sort of emerging artist stages, but we just missed. Unfortunately, we started sort of looking at it in January, and it's like we need to. If we're going to do that, we have to get on it now for next year.
I was going to say, I feel like it's when it's even before the festival starts that you need to be looking for next year.
We need to be. We need to be looking at that.
Well, it's like Wokingham stuff for next year. I've already got like a list of about a quarter of the acts. Well, it was basically people that we wanted to play this year that couldn't. So we're like, let's get next year in the diary now.
So mega stuff. Mega busy. Well, and how do people find out about you, Gemma? If they want to learn more, check you out, listen to your stuff, etc.
Well, I'm on the Instagram of Instagrams. Yeah, which is Gemma with a J Music. So Gemma J Music. And then to be fair, just type me in on Google or Spotify and I'm there.
Brilliant.
I'm there.
Yeah, the website was quite easy to find. I found it. I had a look yesterday.
Thank you. Good, I'm glad.
Before you went on, what are we going to expect? So
Who's this?
Exactly.
What's she gonna do?
Exactly.
Is she going to shred? No, but I can make you cry.
No, we enjoyed it last night. I enjoyed the panel that you were on as well with these pair of reprobates.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
As a neutral, unbiased observer, it was okay.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's just very warm in there.
It was very warm. The GoPro overheated, so I think
it was.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah. And then the laptop crashed, and I had to get up and then press record again.
Yeah.
I think we probably all just overheated, didn't we? And on stage last night, that was like another level. I was like, I think I might die.
It does get hot down Morrison's, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's been great to meet
Absolute pleasure.
It's been a brilliant festival for everyone, all involved, I think. And look forward to seeing what you do next.
Cool. Yeah, I'm ready.
Thank you, Gemma.
Cheers, Gemma.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And
good luck.
This is normally where in the edit I'd like put a song in.
Good show.
What song do you want to do?
This is Love Rush by me.
Tonight, you won't be my reflex, 'cause I won't be reading your text. So bored of playing, telling you what you wanna hear. I was younger, baby, what did I know then? Goodbye, no, I'll never look back. It's like I escaped a wolf pack. Got out of the woods, I'm running in the clear. Now I'm older, baby, I know it. Took a little while for me to figure out. was overthinking. Sometimes my heart takes a beating. Cheap promises never lead to a spark of gold. I was younger, baby, I didn't know then. About time I move on and forget why I watch you sail your shipwreck. And out of the blue, it's all becoming clear. 'Cause I'm older, baby, I know it. Took a little time to finally figure out. I'm ready for a love rush. Feels like it's the first crush. I'm ready for a love rush where every touch is new. I know I really wanna feel it when our eyes meet. Want you in a heartbeat till I can't get enough. I faked it too much. Ooh, I'm ready for a love rush. I just can't wait for the feeling, the only one I believe in. I just can't wait for the feeling. I'll know it when it's the real thing. I just can't wait for the feeling, the only one I believe in. I just can't wait for the feeling. I'll know it when it's the real thing. It took a little time to finally figure. I'm ready for a love rush. Feels like it's the first crush. I'm ready for a love rush where every touch is new.
Yeah.
How are you, Nina?
I'm
Welcome.
great. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's
No,
very
you're
kind.
more than welcome. So, Nina, you're one of the cornerstones of MiCannes.
Yeah, so I came here for the first time last year, and it was brilliant. And I kind of just went up to some of the board members and said, I'm going to join your committee. And they went,
Just like that.
okay. Sometimes you just have to be...
Does that mean they
just
outsourced all the organisation to you?
Basically, I now run the thing, but don't get paid. No.
Yeah, welcome to the world of music.
Yeah. No, but it's I did say they needed a bit more diversity. They needed some more females, and so that's how I identify. I thought, yeah, let's go in there. They were very kind to say yes, they'll have me on.
So tell us a bit about yourself, Nina. You in what capacity are you at MiCannes?
So with MiCannes, I'm just on the committee, which basically means that I kind of help them program stuff, find potential sponsors, and just kind of find panelists, stuff like that. We're also a sponsor this year as well. Horus Music's been one of the sponsors. Yep.
You're part of Horus Music.
That's correct.
Very well
yeah.
known.
Yeah. So I've been with Horus Music for 11 years now, and essentially we are a digital distribution and label services company, which means we work with independent artists, labels, and some distributors as well. And we offer a bunch of kind of different services, from just your kind of standard distribution where you get 100% of the royalties back and it's only 20 quid for the year, and there's no like, oh, you pay this and then you have to pay more and pay more and pay more. It's just, that's it, full stop. We also offer some marketing services for artists who are trying to, get to that next level. So we do in-house PR. We can do like one sheets, or digital press one sheets is what we call them. EPKs. We work with a radio plugger in the UK as well. We also have a lot of partnerships with other companies in the industry that are doing fantastic things, like Wigwam, for example.
And that's actually a bit of a positive note for us since we met last year at MiCannes.
That's right, yeah.
Since that, we've become, business partners, and some of the Radio Wigwam artists, which there are thousands of, take full advantage of Horus, and that's great to...
It's absolutely lovely. And I think the thing that was really nice was that our head of marketing is also in a band, was like, oh yeah, I've used Radio Wigwam, and I said the name and you were like, yeah, I know them.
Her Burden.
Okay.
They were award nominated last year, and they had Track of the Week recently.
So,
Small
it just,
world.
yeah, small world, but, it's good music will translate, and it will, people will know about it.
Stuff always does shine through. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's actually quite a key tip for artists as well. Is they say, generally the only artists that don't make it, whatever that means, is the ones that give up. Yeah.
Yeah, and funnily enough, when we were at the panel yesterday, that sort of theme came through, didn't it? About it's hard work, isn't it? And
absolutely,
people have to be there for the long course. You don't get overnight success.
Yeah, no, it's just you don't just wake up and you're like getting paid mega bucks to do a sold out show somewhere. You've got to build it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're based out of Derby, but Horace is Leicester. But Horace is truly international, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So the company was started like 18 years ago. And originally it was set up in Birmingham. And then, moved to Leicester. Been there for a long time now. We have a beautiful office actually in Leicester, which is also a venue. So we get artists to come down and perform. But yeah, we also have offices in like India, and we do a lot of work across Africa. And there's a lot of different kind of distribution companies out there. So we try to focus on the kind of more emerging markets, because what we found was for independent artists trying to kind of penetrate the UK and the US, which is already very, very oversaturated, can be quite difficult. So we've seen, some like small independent artists getting like editorial playlists in South Korea, for example. Maybe Spotify in the UK doesn't want to know, but if you can, at the end of the day, the world is truly international. You come to someone like us, or you just put something on the website, it's global, it's everywhere, okay? So we're able to kind of get them support and, build their fan base. Just because they're based in the UK, for example, doesn't mean that that's where their music will naturally kind of translate. I think as an artist, you've just got to be open to every kind of opportunity, put your music out there everywhere and see where it kind of naturally picks up.
We're now joined by a new duo to us, Dino, that we saw last night, opening up tonight's show, last night's
showcase, yeah.
So Roswell, Zoe and Jasmine.
Hello, thank you for having us.
No, you're welcome. We enjoyed last night's performance. So Americana based, but obviously with a little twist. There was the ukulele and all sorts of
violin and
Well, we had a debate at one point, didn't we? Was that
a violin or a viola or whatever?
Yeah. Well, it was too small for a viola, personally.
That's good. Yeah, that's correct. It's hard to tell though from on stage, isn't it? If you're like,
because we're sort
of
far
in the dark
away.
Yeah, who knows?
How did you enjoy it last night?
It was so much fun. It's such a nice crowd. We were really lucky that we had some people that we knew a little bit, and we got closer with, and then made some more friends. It was like great opportunity for networking and meeting people, and then they all came, and the vibe was amazing. It's just so nice to be, performing on stage, and just such a really friendly. It's such a friendly event.
That's right. Everybody there wants the same thing, right? So
just to help each other out and sort of show what you really can offer.
Exactly.
So tell us a bit about yourselves. Where did Roswell come about? You're not related, are you?
We're not. People always think we're sisters, but we're not. We're just musical sisters. So Jazz and I met 6 years ago, just by chance. She was living in Ely, a market town in the UK. I was up there for a gig. We bumped into each other through a mutual friend. He was like, "You're both musicians. You should sing a song together right now." So we did.
So you were both solo artists beforehand, were you?
So I also have a solo project, and Jazz had been in a band before.
Yeah, so I've never played solo. So I played in a band down in Dorset, where I'm from, for 6 years, which no longer exists, sadly. And then I did a little bit of session work, and it was just at that point where things were a bit quiet that I, serendipitously bumped into Zoe. And the rest is history. We sort of sang this song in the middle of the marketplace in this town in Cambridgeshire. We were like, oh, this sounds quite nice actually. We should let's do an open mic. So we did an open mic in Ely in Cambridgeshire. A month later, did a sort of couple hours rehearsal beforehand, and
wow,
the rest is history, really. Yeah.
So you've obviously got a good chemistry then. Well, we saw that ourselves last night, but it obviously worked quite easily for you.
Yeah, I think so.
I think as soon as we first started singing together, I was like, oh, this feels really nice. And we both are obsessive harmonizers. We just add harmonies to everything. We have I come from more of a folk background. Jazz is maybe more sort of pop, indie pop kind of background, but that sort of met somewhere in the middle, which I think brings different aspects to our music, which works really well.
Yeah, and I think also so I've collaborated with lots of musicians over the years, and just whatever it was, there was just like, when I met Zoe and we started playing together, it was so much easier than I'd experienced it before. It was like we just kind of gelled very easily, which was lovely.
So what brought you to MiCannes Festival? How did that come about?
So we're friends with a wonderful artist called Daisy Chute, who played last year at MiCannes, and she was speaking on a panel this year. And we were hoping to get a gig or two in the south of France anyway around this time. So when I
wouldn't?
Oh, well, exactly. So we have another show in Montpellier tomorrow, and I reached out to Daisy and said, "Oh, this MiCannes thing that you're at, this looks very nice. You could put us in touch." And so she introduced us to Ben, and we got invited to do the showcase.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, we've had Daisy on the station as well as yourselves. We've got a mutual connection. It seems one of our DJs, Linda Conway, does Voice of a Woman. She's had Roswell on, so that was nice to know. So hopefully we'll be hearing a lot more from them. So what's coming up then? You can say Montpellier tomorrow, but what else is 2024 in the summer have in store for you?
So we've got quite a few gigs and a few different festivals. So we're playing at Shrewsbury Folk Festival at the end of August, Green Gathering, which is this very cool kind of music/wellness festival at the start of August.
They're going to love you, aren't they?
I hope so, yeah. I went there last year as a punter and it was just so nice. So I applied this year and we got in. And we've got gigs basically all over the UK for the rest of the year. So we're in London a couple times, we're in the Midlands, we're in Sheffield, Leeds, the North East, Durham, Stockton.
Wow, all over the country?
Yeah, all over.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is this your day job as well? Or do you have to work for a living
sadly,
as well?
no. I have a day job working in communications, and then this is my side hustle, and I fit it around that.
Yeah,
she does a very, very impressive job of it, and uses almost all her holiday on Roswell. And I'm also a solo musician. I'm full time as a musician and live streamer on Twitch, so that's what I'm doing when I'm not doing Roswell.
Fantastic. I don't know how you do it, to be honest. You've gone all over the country like that.
It's quite tiring, but it's just the passion that just keeps me.
Yeah, you've got to love it. You've got to love it.
I don't know how you do it, I must say. Mind you, weeks like this make it a bit more palatable.
It feels alright when we're, in Cannes with a beautiful view, chatting to you guys. Definitely feels alright.
It's a very nice working holiday.
Yeah.
I should also say we're also working on our debut album as well. So exciting times.
Yeah, we've started the recording. We've almost got all the songs written. We're working with an amazing duo called the Dunwells as our producers and do a bit of co-writing as well. And we won't set a date yet because it's still early days, but hopefully
2024
soon.
though.
Hopefully,
Fingers
that's
crossed.
the plan.
And what we always like to do is to have the artists nominate a song for us to play when we put the podcast out.
Ooh.
What will that be?
Can it be any song?
Would you like it to be
one of your songs?
It might make sense if it's one of yours.
Oh, okay, great.
Smack my bitch up by please.
How did you know our favourite song?
Well, we could do
Arabella.
Our single. Yes, we released a single, which is a little bit of a teaser for the debut album. Released that back in February. It's called Arabella, and I wrote it about my sister. Basically, it's kind of a love song to her, and it's a song about sibling love and mental health and friendship.
We heard that last night, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
When I spoke to you earlier, that was the name that stuck with me. That's how I can't remember their names now. One, it begins with A, but no. So that stuck. So there you go.
Good.
Yeah. So thank you very much for coming in. You're going to Montpellier today, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So you've got your kit ready. How you doing?
Ready to go.
It's boiling hot out there.
We've just dragged it halfway across Cannes.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much for having us.
Well, we know we're going to play you again because obviously you're good friends of Linda. So thank you so much. What would you like to say, Dean?
I want to go to the beach.
Well, yeah.
Let's go. Preach.
This is the last one we're doing, and I'm going to the beach.
Yeah. We have to apologise that 1/3 of us has gone for lunch.
Gone to a very important meeting.
Can't blame. Can't blame. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're about to go for brunch straight after this.
Yeah, amazing.
It's all good.
Peckish, I must say. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, and good luck for 2024.
Thank you very much. Thank you both.
Honey, don't waste away.
Anyway, here we are then.
Yeah, welcome back to the podcast.
Very busy yesterday. Very busy.
Were you a busy man
preparing
yesterday?
for the panel? Yes. MiCannes day 3.
Yeah, it's a tough life, Nathan, isn't it?
It is indeed. How have you enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been great.
I'm surprised we're still going.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I am going to pack this away in a minute. I just think we just need little outs, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've got so much great content, which really helps not just us, but also the festival and obviously the artists involved.
Yeah.
And we've seen, all angles of the industry.
Yeah, exactly.
We had Titch on with his multiple angles. We had, but we've had lots of artists, managers, tour managers.
Yeah.
It's great. It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, it's worked better than I had hoped.
Yeah, I mean, as we said the other day, you go to these events, go to the gigs, you get to know people over a few days, and it really is a true range of people at this event, particularly, isn't it?
Yeah.
As compared to other things we've been to, I think there's, like you say, all walks of life from the industry connecting, coming together, hopefully to collaborate for the greater good when you get home.
I thoroughly enjoyed the panel discussion you were on yesterday.
Yeah, Dean.
I'm very glad you didn't heckle us.
Yeah, he was front row,
professional.
though. Yeah, it was a bit warm in there.
It was very warm.
I will say. But yeah, Dean and I were on the panel yesterday, Future Live Music, which I thought went okay. I mean,
No,
good.
It went down well. It was a debate.
Yeah, good conversation.
Yeah, a bit Q&A at the end.
Well, we wanted it to be conversational, which is why we sort of opened it up to the audience. Because
I think some people, not necessarily artists or not necessarily industry types, but some people sometimes think there's a silver bullet somewhere, and there isn't. And there's lots of things that need improving, lots of things that would help live events. No one has the answer. Not everyone's co-op live, are they? Yeah. So
you've mentioned them twice.
Well, they're a disgrace.
Yeah, they are a disgrace.
No, I'm sure it'll work out fine in the end.
Yeah,
for the 25,000 people paying £200 a ticket.
Oh yeah. Gosh, she's got her claws out today, Dean. No.
Who's been the best? Who's been the best artist you saw? Who's your favourite? Let's put it that way.
Well, I thought Jamma was great last night.
Yeah,
brilliant voice.
I'll tell you who I really enjoyed. I mean, Hattie Oates, I knew she'd be great. And
great voice,
Nadav, who we
into on a proper show.
Very princey, very princess, which obviously I love.
And who was that? I can't remember who I was talking to at the time. He said Billy Joel. And things like that. There's just different things going on.
He definitely brought the energy to the place, didn't he?
Yeah, and fair play to him. Good luck to him all. My personal favourite, I think, was Roswell.
Roswell, yeah.
It was different again, and again, two great singers and talented artists. And it's very hard sometimes to work a crowd, and they did that, so...
Especially to open when everyone's been out all day.
Yeah. It was a bit quieter, I think, last night, wasn't it? But a special mention has to go to Petch. We were all wondering how that was going to go, weren't we? And fair play, she can play the guitar.
Yeah.
So she played a couple of Metallica tracks, which went down as
I mean, not bad, 14.
No, exactly.
Fair play to her. I'm sure, she'll just get better and better.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully with it. She played a couple of her own tracks as well, which is good to see.
Yeah,
they were really good. So
great. Yeah. And we've had some good meetings while we're here as well.
It's been a good opportunity to catch up with people we don't see very often. As well.
I'm excited for this the Right Track Records partnership, which we're going to be announcing, I guess, very soon once we're home, which will really help Jamma and Wigwam artists actually get signed to an independent label, which is very pro-artist, with always obviously retaining ownership of their material, etc., which we're very obviously adamant about. And that's going to be an opportunity that we're going to be pushing out together through the jobs board to really work with an artist or a band and nurture them.
It's exciting times.
As a collective, with all the services that we can plug in, marketing, radio, live spaces, festival stuff.
What's the next podcast, do you know?
Sonic Whip in August.
Ooh.
Unless
zoom in on that.
They are.
We just listened to their new single, and it is absolutely brilliant.
Not many
and
people
very
have heard
radio
that.
friendly.
It is
commercial.
a bit more radio friendly.
Because a lot of their stuff. I mean, we obviously are super fans, but a lot of their stuff is quite heavy. For radio, but which is. We love it.
Crossover,
but this is a good crossover, and they're just we love them, don't we?
I think the teaser, even though it'll probably be out by the time this goes out, it's like imagine Beach Boys meets Foo Fighters.
Yeah,
yeah. That's what you got there.
Yeah,
they get better and better.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Can't wait for that, Dino. And they're headlining at Wokingham.
Yeah, they're headlining the second stage on the Monday of the festival. Yeah, and then we're going to do some live recording with them when they're over as well.
And they'll be staying with you, aren't they, Chris?
They are. No, that'd be great. That'd be great.
You do a barbecue around yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Be able to do some interviews as well and stuff like that,
In fact, we could do a podcast from your jardin.
We could do this. See what the weather's like. Yeah. Who knows? From my shed.
But lots coming up, and we'll be I guess drip feeding a lot of the MiCannes stuff. There will
I think I've got my work cut out.
Yeah, Dean's going to be a very busy boy.
I say it every week, Dean. You're doing a fantastic job.
What a man.
I've already edited one of the videos that I filmed yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Just off the balcony, they look great.
And on this one, will we have a subscribe button on the... or do I have to do that when I upload it?
You have to do that when you put it to YouTube.
All right, okay. We'll work on that then.
But there'll be 2 full episodes. The panel was also recorded that we did.
So I'll clip some of that out.
And then
that's the blooper reel
sorted then. And then there'll be all the brilliant artists that we've spoken to. So, yeah, great stuff. It's been a great trip, hasn't it, lads?
It's been really
and we've
good.
still got another
couple of days. So we're going to go sit on the beach club.
Beach club this afternoon, I'm afraid, people.
I'm off to Slovakia.
Chris is off to Slovakia tomorrow morning, is it?
Tomorrow morning,
Yeah. Everyone else leaves tomorrow morning, so Dean and I will just be
nice little
romantic lunches on the beach. Fantastic.
You can play cards on the back of Charlie. Edit that bit.
No, don't. Anyway, MiCannes 2024, that's a wrap.
We're out.
It's been great, fam. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
See you next time.
See you next one.